My name is Heather Connery, and we conducted a study on the malleability of public's perceptions on addiction.
To begin, we know addiction is a major issue in the United States today, and unfortunately there is no signs of it slowing down anytime soon. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, their statistics showed that 70,000 individuals died from drug overdose in 2017. Furthermore, Myriad believes about the causes of addictions exist, with some ascribing it to an act of free will, suggesting it is a product of choice, while others believe it is a disease, suggesting addiction has deterministic origins. Free will assumes that people make choices that are to some degree independent of antecedent conditions. Determinism assumes the existence of causes, both known and unknown, for every behavior or experience. Perceptions are formed on a variety of factors, including social influence and political ideology. Therefore, what is used to create these perceptions of addiction may also be used to change them. The present study will examine how perceptions about the root causes of addiction are prejudiced by wealth. The hypothesis of this study is, first, that the participants will assign greater blame to the target person when they have experienced a free will crime. Second, participants will assign greater blame to the target person in a scenario described as poor socioeconomic status.
Participants were obtained and pretested from introductory level courses at the University of Charleston. The pretest measured initial opinions and attitudes about addiction using a 7-item Likert-type questionnaire with a 1 to 5 scale, 1 being strongly disagree and 5 being strongly agree. Approximately 1 week later, the participants were brought back to complete Part 2 of the study. They were randomly assigned to read one of 3 primes about addiction. The free will prime defined addiction as an individual choice. The deterministic prime described addiction as a result of extraneous conditions, and the neutral prime simply defined addiction. Once primed, participants were given 2 minutes to complete a word search. This was used as a distraction to optimize the primacy effect. The participants were then instructed to read a scenario of either a poor or wealthy addict's story. Finally, participants answered a questionnaire, which was the same as the pretest questionnaire, and a demographic form. For each participant, their post-test score was subtracted from their pretest score on every question to generate different scores, which were then subjected to ANOVA testing. Significance was found on 2 dependent measures. First, when asked if wealthy persons are responsible for their addiction, the answer appears to be no. This showed a trend towards significance at p less than 0.09 in Figure 1. Second, when asked if the poor are responsible for their addiction, the answer is unfortunately yes, with 2 main effects present. Those main effects are that those in low-income conditions are more likely to blame the poor addict for their addiction than the high-income addict at p less than 0.03. And that blaming the poor person is most pronounced in the deterministic conditions at p less than 0.04, as shown in Figure 2. The trends shown in this research suggest that income of the addict has significant influence on how participants view addiction. Participants perceive low-income individuals as more responsible than the high-income individuals. However, a possible halo effect may be occurring here. It should be noted that results are preliminary and based on a small sample size of 19 at this time, and data collection is still ongoing.